persons to come up here to pray. Oh, Mr. Tama. It's a lovely prayer position. Let's go ahead, close our eyes. Some people still giggling. Okay, let's go.
Heavenly Father, we pray for us this week as a church. Give us the help and the strength and the peace and the joy and the confidence in the church. In Jesus' name we pray. Thank you, Father, for waking us up today. Thank you for giving us this Sabbath morning so we can come here and worship you in your name and pray. Amen.
Okay, beautiful prayers. You can take your seats now. Okay. Right. Okay, so how's your week? How's the vacation? Vacation been going so far? Been going good? Really? You all went to the beaches and so on? Huh? Or are you all just sitting inside playing with your tablets? Huh? You all doing good? Okay. Alright. Wow. Okay, let's go another one. Let's go another one. Okay, let's go. Jesus loves me, this I know. This is yours. This is your church. This is your training ground. Come, all of you, come. You see, your run is your shouldering responsibility. Come, you come. Yeah, come. Come on, leader. Alright, your two young ladies will lead you all down, right? find it difficult? Not really. What about you? I felt okay. Okay. Alright. So from now on, I'll be calling on somebody to help me out here, right? Yeah, let's do it. So, what help me next week? What help me next week? You want to help me next week? Alright. So next week you will help me, right? No, next week I won't be here. Next week I will not be here. So the following week, right? Alright. Okay. So you all study all of the week, right? So what this week we celebrated. This week we celebrated a holiday. Okay? What was the name of the holiday that we celebrated?
Emancipation Day.
That is correct. Emancipation Day. Right. And what is the significance of Emancipation Day? Anyone can tell me? You know what's the significance of Emancipation Day? What's the significance?
The significance of Emancipation Day is that the girls that we are African and the protesting their failure today came from Africa to bring it to Trinidad.
Oh, so you said one of the kings in Africa came to visit his relatives in Trinidad. That's the significance of Emancipation. Come, what's the significance of Emancipation? Come. Yeah, you. Freedom. To be emancipated means to be set free. But what's the significance of Emancipation Day? You know that celebration. Why do we celebrate Emancipation Day in Trinidad? Freedom of African slaves. Did you have African slaves in Trinidad? Really? Where African slaves come from? They came from Africa? And why did they bring Africans here? Because the British were enslaving them? To work on the sugarcane plantations? So why didn't they bring Chinese from China and India from India on the plantation?
Because China was too strong and they would attack them.
Oh, the Chinese were too strong and the Chinese would attack them. Okay? Why choose Africa?
Because African people were the best.
Because African people were the best? Because African people were strong. Yeah, that is correct. The Africans could withstand the labor, the intense labor that was needed on the sugarcane plantation. But you know something? One thing, okay, can I have everyone's attention? Can I have everyone's attention? Can I have everyone's attention? One of the things that bothers me, you know, it really doesn't. It was the Africans in Africa who enslaved their people and sold them to the Europeans who came to Africa for slaves. Huh? You think Jesus like that? No. No, slavery is against everything that God stands for. And it's everything that Satan stands for. He wants to enslave us. And God wants to free us. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And you know there's a thing called sin. Who can spell sin? Almost everybody here can spell sin. S-I-N, right? And what is in the middle of that word sin? I. That is significant to know. And you know, some people believe that we were born to sin. We were born to live in a life of sin. No. That's not God's intention. As a matter of fact, in Genesis chapter 4, what book did I say? And what chapter did I say? Right. God had a conversation with Cain after he killed his brother Abel. And he told him, God told him, sin lieth at the door. Sin wants to enslave you. It wants to have dominion over you. He said, but I have given you dominion over sin. So it is very possible for us to have dominion over sin. And that is why God sent Jesus Christ to empower us. And you know, if we live like God wants us to do, sin will have no power over us. Amen. That's a factor. But some people, they like to make excuses. It is possible for us to live without doing the wrong things. Very possible. So anytime you remember that word emancipation, right? Remember how God made it possible for us to be free from sin. We are no longer slaves to sin. We become servants to God. You know when the slaves were set free, I guess they didn't send them to school to tell them how to live after being free. They just freed them. And they then were responsible for how they lived. You know? And later on we had groups of missionaries coming to places where slavery existed. And they came and they educated the slaves, taught them how to live. Brought the gospel, the message of Jesus Christ to them. Yeah. And it helped. It helped tremendously. So, I want you all to remember, every time emancipation comes around, that true emancipation only lies in a relationship with God. Alright? You'll be truly emancipated when you have a relationship with God. Because we see in too much of the slavery mentality continued in Trinidad. The African brothers and sisters still killing each other. That is slavery. You're not truly emancipated yet. When you're emancipated, you learn to love. Yeah, to encourage, to uplift, to live for your brother, you know, for his betterment. That is what true emancipation is about. That's what Jesus did. He left all the glories and he came down so that he could live for us, so that we could live like him. Alright? So today, my message to you, to be truly emancipated, you must have a relationship with God. Alright? Okay, Auntie. That's it.
Okay. We're going to sing one song. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in your heart and give him praise. And give him praise. Come. Alright. And then you want to listen to a story that I'm going to tell you about. That happened to 5 boys. 5 boys who have nothing to do. Up to no good. Mischief. Alright, let's sing. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in your heart and give him praise. And give him praise. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in your heart. Your voice is praise. Your voice is praise. Bring glory. because it's not coming twice. Now here there were 5 young men, 5 boys who had nothing to do. Now, be very careful when you have nothing to do. Because when you have nothing to do, you always find yourself in mischief. And these boys found themselves in mischief. But there was a house. They say the house was haunted. And what better you can find with 5 boys who decide to go into this house that they say was haunted. Nobody wants to go in the house. They played around, they played in front, they passed by. Every time they pass by, somebody will get an idea for this house that they say was haunted. So they came up, you know, somebody always have an idea, and they came up with an idea. They had to spend a night in the house. Nobody wants to spend a night in the house. So they dared this one boy, you have to spend a night in the house. Not me, I'm not going in there. These 5 boys, every time, they always play together, always not playing. So they made a bet that this one particular boy would spend a night in the house. But this is what he had to do. They all would go into the house and choose the room where this one boy would stay. And he decided, okay, they all went and they hear noise in the house, you know, when you're not living in the house, you hear all type of noise. And they found a room, and they said, this is the room they will stay. But here what they did, they fixed up he was so scared that they fixed a section in the room where he would stay. And they gave him a gun. That was the next mischief. And when they gave him the gun, they told him that if anything, if you see any wild animal or anything, you know, you keep it close to you. And he was scared, and they say, all right. They did that on a night the moon was full. So the moon was shining through the window. And everybody left at a certain time where he could sleep and it wouldn't be too long in the night, and then the morning would come. You know? And he found a place, he said he's moving at all, in the corner of the room. That wasn't bad. And as he stayed there, praying that sleep would come. Sleep must come so that, you know, he don't want to lose the bet, he don't want to stop, he don't want anybody to think he's scared. And as he lay there, he just, you know, waited for morning to reach. And as he was lying there quietly, he saw 2 eyes watching him. He was so scared. And the eyes watching him, and like when he moves, eyes watching him. When he moves this way, eyes watching him, and didn't know what to do. Didn't he remember he had something? Gone. And they told him, if he heard anything or see any animal, he's supposed to shoot. And he took the gun, and the eye was still looking at him, and he fired the shot. And as he fired the shot, he bawled out. What do you think the 2 eyes? What do you think the 2 eyes? The moon was shining through the window. You know, that's good. Read, who bowed down? Who made noise? Right. So what do you think? What do you think the eyes were? No. The eyes were his toes. When he saw the eyes and thought was an animal, was his own foot. So when he shot his foot. You know, this story happened, this situation happened in England. And it tells me, and it also tells you, be very, very careful with the bet that you make. Be very careful where you find yourself. Because now, this young man, who is a big man, is walking with a limp. Why? Because he shot his foot. He thought it was an animal. He was so scared. And when they took him out from the house and took him to the hospital, there you have this young man who damaged himself because he made a silly bet. Be careful with the bet that you make. Be careful when you have nothing to do. And the devil always finds something when your hand idle, when you have nothing to do. You ought to be very, very careful where you go and what you do. And they didn't have anything as a project for. They just wanted to find something to do, to amuse themselves. So if you want to find something to do to amuse yourself, get in the Bible and read the story in the Bible. There are enough stories in the Bible that will help you. And when you read them, you will be guided as to what to do, what good to do. God will always show you this. Alright? Very good. Now I got that story from one of those same Bible that you always.
Well, good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. And the seniors as well.
Good morning, sir.
Well, I hope you are reading the books. I wonder if there's anybody else here who could come and tell a story from the book. Well, I had to stop giving you the book and give Auntie Rosie all the books. Because Auntie Rosie is reading them. Not one man, Jack, could come and tell me a story from the book. And all right, one guy says, well, I'm going to give you one. You didn't get a book either? All right, well, all the other jokers, all the other children watching me. I'm sorry. Watching me got books and they can't tell me a story. Well, Uncle Kenneth just told us about emancipation. And to emancipate is to, you're a brilliant boy, to emancipate is to free. So there's a text in the Bible I want to teach you about freedom, the real freedom. You know, I had an experience twice over last week. My wife keeps some birds in a big cage. And one afternoon when she went to check on the birds, there were 2 doves in the cage. So she was wondering, how did those 2 doves get in the cage? And when she checked the cage, she had left the door of the cage open. Had an opportunity to go free. But they missed it because they did not know where to pass to get their freedom. If they had only known that that space that they were seeing there could set them free, they would have gone. But it was there all day. And they did not go through there to get their freedom. That's a lesson for them. On the other hand, sometime before that, the same thing happened. She had about 12 birds, and when she checked that afternoon, she had only 7. 5 found the way. 5 knew the way to freedom. He said, you see that space there? That's the way to freedom. We never saw them again. But this time, 10 jokers. And there was the space, and not one. You know it's something to learn from that? They were accustomed to being in that space so long that when the chance for freedom came, they couldn't recognize it. We could get accustomed to doing a bad thing so long. So accustomed to doing it that when the opportunity to get away from it comes, we don't even recognize it. It's a dangerous thing to get accustomed to doing anything that's not right. Similarly, if we get accustomed to doing a good thing so much, there comes a time when it is spontaneous. What's the word I said? Spontaneous. You do it without thinking. It's important to get accustomed to doing the right thing. And it is important for us to know where to go to get away. I remember some years ago, Uncle Gerald told us a story about a dog that was well loved and that lived with his master. He had the best food, he got the best shampoo, most expensive shampoo for dogs, and he was taken care of very well until another dog came by his fence one day and invited him out. And then when that dog didn't succeed, he brought some other friends. And they were playing outside and this dog inside the fence said, oh, I'm not having fun. I'd better join them. And he joined them. And they beat him up and they beat him up. He didn't know how to live on the streets like dogs. He knew how to live in a house. Well taken care of. Street dogs are dangerous dogs. Yeah. I heard a saying that says, when people are mean, bad, disgusting, and miserable, they say he is as mean as a junkyard dog. A junkyard dog is a dangerous dog. So he went out there and met some junkyard dogs and they beat him up very badly. The owner went looking for him, found him almost dead. He thought out there was free and nice. He thought everything out there was good. He nearly lost his life. Thanks for the master who found him. The master will always find us. Amen. So I'm going to teach you now a freedom text. That text is going to tell you exactly where to find freedom. Not like the Bodrigas who might be. Gate open and they stay caged. And the path for freedom was there. Look, this is the way to get free. It was open all day. And they didn't set themselves free. So I'm going to tell you the freedom text. Here the text goes. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free. You scratch. Because you see, you got to feel like this. On the day I pointed out, one of these scratches. I was looking to see who I scratched, one of these scratches. But she's smiling, so she'll be unscratched. You learned that word in this church, unscratched. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be. Somebody doing so. That person scratched too. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son,
If the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son, if the Son,
if the Son therefore, 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 let's go.
If the Son therefore,
Go again.
if the Son therefore,
Go again.
if the Son therefore,
Go again.
if the Son therefore, 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 if the Son therefore.
The girls are like that and the boys this morning. What's up with the boys? The boys are right. Everybody, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore,
Boys.
if the Son therefore, if the Son therefore,
Boys. They're the boys. Shall make you free, shall make you free, shall make you free, shall make you free.
shall make you free, 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 shall make you free.
Boys this morning, what's up with these boys this morning? Come on, boys. If the Son therefore shall make you free. If the Son therefore shall make you free. If the Son therefore shall make you free. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
Go again, go again, go again.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
Go again, go again, go again.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
This side, this side, this side.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
That's good, that's good, that's good. This side.
If the Son shall make you free.
I tell you, I tell you. If the Son therefore shall make you free. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
Go again, go again, go again.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
This side, this side, this side.
If the Son therefore shall make you free.
You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. I like how you're sitting. You're not shaking, you're just watching someone like you're going to get a book. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed.
You shall be free indeed.
Go again.
You shall be free indeed.
Go again.
You shall be free indeed.
One more time, one more time.
You shall be free indeed.
This side.
You shall be free indeed.
This side.
You shall be free indeed.
This row. You laugh now. I just say, you shall be free indeed. When I point to your road, I must say, this is one road, this is one road, this is one road, that is one road. You shall be free indeed.
You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free
Go again.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be
Go
free
again. Go again.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free
More time. If the
Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed.
Now let me see if you can clap that. I am going to a man clapping, a man rubbing. Look how men get scratched. Men do all that. Now, like this. Let me see if you can get that correct and straight. 1, 2, 3. I saw 2 men in it. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to hear a little thing after that. I want to scream. 1, 2, 3. I want the boys to clap it and the girls to sing it. Boys clap, girls sing. 1, 2, 3. Now, vice versa. 1, 2, 3. I only going to clap. Where are the boys? Alright, girls clap again. Boys say, come on, boys, I want to hear. 1, 2, 3. Now, John 8:36. John 8. What? How many times for me again? John 8:36. John 8:30. Look, somebody doing so. Yeah. John 8:36. John 8:36. John 8:36. Go.
John 8:36.
Again.
John 8:36.
Again.
John 8:36.
If the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John I miss a word. When somebody come and teach the text, I have it wrong. You understand? Right. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36. Now let's go. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36.
These children bright, but I don't know whom to give the book to this morning. I don't know whom to give the books to. I have only 4. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36.
Do not multitask. Do not multitask. 1, 2, 3. Clap only. 1, 2, 3. Somebody clap 386. Somebody get 26. Let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's try this thing. I'm not going to ask the boys down, the coach boys down. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Like it's only this one doing this one. All the girls. Girls, 1, 2, 3. Good. Boys, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Well, I should say all the men. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, yes. So now, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Some people don't need to explain. Yeah. So now, I'm going to the point of the room. Now, this is the acid test of the people who know the text well and who are most alert. Only 4 books this morning, so I'm watching. When I point to your row, you will stand up and sit back down. If you stand up all the time or you sit down all the time, you stand. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's in order, nobody. And the shakes will you stand. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed.
No. You're doing again. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed.
Right, we're going again. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free
Now, hear this. I have a question to put to you this morning. Now, in order to answer this question, all you got to do is shoot your hand up. If you do anything else apart from that, you're scratching. All you got to do, if you think you have it and you only getting one shot at the answer, and the person who comes out to give the answer, if that person is wrong, well, that's the end of the whole test. That text says, if the Son, therefore, shall make you free, not set you free. Our difference. If the Son, therefore, shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Who could spell that Son? Raise your hand. This side went up first. Come. No, this one here. Whoever that hand, yes, come. Spell that Son. No! I want everybody to listen now because there's only one shot. Only one shot. If she is wrong, everybody gone through. Spell that Son.
Amen.
No.
Why you said amen? Suppose that had another question to pose you. Very good. S-O-N. That is S-O-N. There is another Son. Who can spell that next Son? Spell it. It's not that one. It's the S-O-N. Here's the next question. To whom is that Son referring?
Spelling Son wrong.
Oh yes, the Son. The Son was spelled incorrectly. I'm sorry, Uncle Kendrick. Yeah, that was the wrong Son. That was the wrong Son. Thank you, Uncle Kendrick. That was the wrong Son. So everybody scratch. Anybody want to get the right Son? Come. That was the wrong Son. I'm sorry, Uncle Kendrick. Thank you very much. Spell. That's the wrong Son. That's the wrong Son. That's the wrong Son. Uncle Kendrick, thank you very much. Come. Yes, you scratch. Right? He says he got the right Son. Now everybody got to be class. Spell it. J-E-S-U-S. That's a good word, but not so, not this time. Some people, you come. Yeah, that was the first hand. Well, she is not sure. Come. If the Son, what? Everybody spell the Son wrong so far. If you spell the Son right, you get a book this morning. Right here. Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Capital S-O-N.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ken. How you could spell that Son with a common S? Everybody say capital S-O-N. What is the difference between a common S and a capital S? One word. One word. What is the difference between a common S and a capital S? One word. Yes. Come. What is the difference between a common S and a capital S? One word. Yes, tell them. What is the difference between a common S and a capital S? One word. It's a one-word answer. All right, say it in a sentence.
The common letter means it can be any type of thing. But capital letter means as a special type of thing.
Oh, that's good too. That was Anybody else? The difference between a common S and a capital S is one word and it starts with S. And it's a 4-letter word. What's it? Almost there. Almost there. Come. In one. The answer before I ask you, just crack. So tell them now. Come, come. The difference between a common S and a capital S is what?
The size.
Size, very good. The only size, one small one, shape the same with just the size. Oh. Let's say the text one more time. I'm watching this, you will know the text now. I think 2 books gone so far, 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:36.
That text is saying, like the brother said, if Jesus makes you free, then is when you're really free. There was a lady, I heard her on the radio say, she was having some problems and she wanted to be free of the problems. So she was on the radio when she said this. She was having some problems and she wanted to be free from the problems. So she thought that she could drink alcohol to free her from the problems. Did she get better or did she get worse? She thought alcohol would set her free. But the Bible said alcohol will not set you free. Who will set you free? I heard a gentleman say, I'm moving out of this place, yes? Because you see, when I stay in this place, I will continue to do what I do. He moved from the place and he went to another place, and when he went to that other place, the people in that other place were doing what the people in the first place were doing, and he continued. He thought that a change of place would set him free. But the Bible says it's not a change of place. Who will set us free? The Son. And who is the Son? Jesus. Turn to the person on your right hand side and say, Jesus will set you free. Jesus. Right. So I am going to tell you a couple slave stories, and then I'll tell you the story of Jesus. You know, Uncle Kenneth likes to hear about Jesus. And the song says, tell me the story of Jesus, right on my heart, every word. Tell me the story of Jesus, precious. The most precious story. Now, yes, this slave was very brilliant. He was very brilliant. Now, I can tell you some slave stories from Aruka till you will love them. But this slave was very brilliant. And he lived in the time of slavery. When you ran away and you were caught, you were severely beaten. If you were strong enough slave, and sometimes you would be beaten to death, so that the other slaves will know, don't ever make that mistake and run away. I tell you, all 4 parents are difficult. Man, it could make you cry when you hear some story. But he was brilliant and he decided to run away. Now, here what the slaves used to do one time before. They would sing. And here one of the songs they used to sing. And whenever slaves sang that song, the slave master would come and say, oh boy, that's a lovely song. But he didn't know that they were giving one another a message. You know, hear what they were singing? He started to sing the song. So when he started to sing the song, everybody knew he going and run away tonight. Hear the song he started to sing. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. I want you to notice what he was saying would make him free. Steal away to Jesus. And the slave master heard this beautiful singing, and he came down and he said, sing that song again. And he sang, and by this time everybody else in the slave community started to sing, steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. You think you can sing that song? Suppose I am going to run away tonight and I am sending you the message. So all of us will be singing. Let me see if you can sing with me now. 3, 4. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. Green leaves are bending, sinners are trembling. The trumpet sounds within my soul. I ain't got long to stay. What's the word? Yeah. Let's sing steal away one more time. Steal away. You got it? Steal away. Steal away to Jesus. Steal away. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay. And that night, he slipped out and he started to run. He had one night free. He had another night, but in his mind, steal away to Jesus. The slave masters didn't know that once they introduced Jesus to the slaves, they were changing the slaves' minds. And the slaves, having come from a culture where they believed that if it was written in the stars for you to be this, you couldn't get away. We call it fatalistic. What would I say? Fatalistic. They believed that if you were born to be this, you had to be that. That's what they believed. When Christianity and Jesus was introduced to them, they realized that they had an alternative. They did not have to be like this. I am telling you this morning, you do not have to be like this. You could always be better. So the slave was singing, steal away to, so Jesus is in his head. So he ran away. First night good, second night good, third day good. And he was going to reach by that time. The slave master, his owner, had sent a message. Men on horseback, riding here and telling other slave masters, I have a slave that ran away. Watch out for him. So the other slave masters had their guys out looking out for this runaway slave. And he knew that. So while he was out there, he would look if he heard anything like a galloping horse, he would take cover. You know, Uncle Kenny told us about a wise man taking cover. You know that text? When he would take cover and hide until the horse would go. And then he would come out and he would continue to trek his way to a place of safety. And then one day, as he came around that corner, there were some horsemen galloping towards him. He did not have time to take cover. And they came up to him, let's say his name was Billy Joe. They came up to him and said, hey, we're looking for Billy Joe. Now runaways, you know, when they were coming, he behaved normally, just cool. And he would say, hello, how you guys going there on the horseback? And they would say, they said, we're going fine, but we're looking for Billy Joe, the runaway slave. He is Billy Joe. He said, oh, Billy Joe? Billy Joe passed here running about 2 hours ago. So if you run down this track and go so, you're going to find Billy Joe. They said, thank you very much. And he jumped on the horseback. He was an intelligent slave. And one of the reasons he was able to escape, because he remembered, steal away, steal away, steal away to. He had learned that if Jesus makes you free, you shall be free. It's not just going to another place, or it's not just stopping to do something. We have to we could only be free in Jesus. So tell the person on your left hand side, or touch him on your left hand, the person on your left hand side, touch him on the shoulder, and say, Jesus will make you free. Another slave story I read this week. Now, let me see who I like how you're sitting, like you're going to get at it this morning. You're looking good. So I read this slave story this week. The slaves were the block. Hear what they used to do. They would catch the slaves out. This was an African slavery, but we will put it there, we will simulate the African slavery. They would catch the slaves out in Africa and they would put them in some buildings right on the seashore. They're still there, those buildings are still there. And they would keep them there until the ships came. When the ships came, they put them in the ships. They would overload the ships. And here why they would overload the ships. If the ships could take 100 comfortably, they would put 700 and pack them up like sardines. Because here why? They knew that some of them would die. And it was no big thing. Some would die and some would be alive when they got there. And here what now? This man was looking and he knew what was going to happen to those slaves. He knew that when some of the slaves got sick on the boat, they would just throw them out just like that before they died. They would say, hey, we can't afford for him to die or for her to die. Because if he dies here, it's going to make the place smell and it's going to, the other slaves could get sick. So once they look at you and they find, hey, you too sick, they threw you out. Hey, sharks knew the slave ships that were called slavers. So when the ships were traveling, endless sharks used to be behind the slavers because they knew they were going to get food. Just threw them out. So the man, when he came, to buy his slaves one day, he knew all that. He said, what, all those people there that are sold, you know what happened to them? Some of them will arrive in the Caribbean and in North America, Central and South America. Some of them will arrive alive. Plenty of them will die. He watched some children. In the day when they were selling slaves, in the afternoon time, when people were not buying so much again, you know what they used to do? They used to sell them in a grap, like we say in Trinidad. So they say, we're selling this grap as slaves. And they would put the strong ones outside, and the weaker ones and some children in the middle there. And they would sell people like fish. And the man who came to buy the slaves that day, so he said, look at what that's not right. That's not right. He knew that when the slaves would arrive in the Caribbean, they will feed them for 1 or 2 days for them to get back strong. And they will grease them up nice and thing and then put them to be sold, and they has to be sold. And he said, that's not right. So he looked at a slave and he said, see that slave? Before the auction started, he watched a slave. He said, see that one? They're going to pay plenty of money for him. So the auction started. He brought the slave out. How much? And one fella said, so much money, and so much money, and he was only waiting. And just as the auction was about to close, he said, and he had a higher bid. Suppose the bid was 5 pounds. He said 10 pounds. And what so? They had never heard of anybody paying so much for a slave. And the other people who were there to buy slaves said, we're not paying that. We could get 20 slaves for that. We're not paying that. Even the slave who was being auctioned stood there and said, well, the auctioneer dropped his hammer, 20 pounds. The fella came, gave the auctioneer the 20 pounds. And everybody just watching. So he's a crazy man for one slave. The practice was to chain up the slave to the buyer. So they put a chain around the slave's arm and locked it. They put a chain around the hand of the buyer and locked it. And the slave and the buyer, let me see the next one. The buyer and the slave started to walk off. And everybody just watching so. And they were just walking like this. And the buyer took the slave home. All the time, the slave watching this buyer. Kind of confused. 20 pounds. When they got home, the buyer sat down, put a chair next to the slave. Next to the slave sat down too. And the buyer said, pass your hand over to me. So the slave did that. He took the lock and unlocked the lock that was holding the slave. He did the same thing with this. Now, buyer was free, slave free. And the buyer said to the slave, hear this. The buyer said, I bought you to set you free. you're free to go. Well, the slave Uber, the Uber is to apply big. The slave Uber, he said, and the buyer said, that's what I said. Right now, you could just leave my house, leave my plantation, and go anywhere you want. I bought you to set you free. Then the slave, with tears in his eyes, said, thank you very much, sir. But I am not going anywhere. If you could love me so much to pay all that money to set me free, I will love you so much to stay and live with you. I will work for you. Anything you ask me to do, I will do. Because I know you would only ask me to do things that are for my best good. If you love me so much, to pay such a price for me, I will serve you till I die. He never left the plantation, but he lived all his life serving the one who paid the price to set him free. You know that there is someone who has set us free? Who is the person who has set us free? So I have another thing to teach you. Alright, and where is it? Right. Hear this one. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. And that's a truth, you know. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. I like this rule, boy. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. This rule came alive. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. Let me get a little longer now. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. You got it? If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. He is worth living for because we are worth dying for. That's a brilliant girl. That's a brilliant girl. He is worth living for because we are worth dying for. Now let me hear you say the whole thing. If we are worth 3, 4. If we are worth dying for, he is worth living for. If Jesus died for us, we should live for him. Just like the slave in the story said, I don't want to go free anywhere. Why? Because you made me free. If the Son therefore shall make you free, so shall you be free. Do something good. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. call somebody out here to sing it. If you could sing it, there are 2 more to go. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. This one, 3, 4.
Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay.
Oh boy, I heard some sweet voices there. I heard some. Let me come this side now. Let's go. 3, 4. Steal away, steal
away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away home.
Good voices.
I don't want to stay.
Good. Now I tell you another slave song that they used to sing. And we sing it nowadays as a song we like to sing. Here's the next one they used to sing when a slave was ready to run away. And see if it makes sense. As I went down in the valley to pray, as I went down in the valley to pray, as I went down in the valley to pray, I felt so happy and I stayed all day. My sins are taken away. As I went down in the valley to pray, I felt so happy I stayed there. I'm not coming back. So when they sang that song, everybody knew he going down in the valley to borrow here, coming back no place. And the slave master would say, oh, that's a beautiful song, sing it again. When he got up in the morning, 10 slaves gone. As I went down. Let me hear you can sing that like the long time slaves. 1, 2, 3. No. Long time slaves are singing, so when you know they're going to run away. 1, 2, 3. As I went down. You singing it right there. In the valley to pray. As I went down. The valley. In the valley to pray. As I went down in the valley to pray. I felt so happy I stayed all day. My sins are taken away. Right. What the next verse my Lord has done? Let's go. If you get right, hear the next verse. If you get there before I do, please tell my friend. I'm coming. If you get there before I do. Let's sing. No, you have to sing it like singing from Africa. If you get 1, 2, 3. If you get there before I do. Before I do. If you get there. If you get there. Before I do. Before I do. If you get there, my friend. Tell all my friends I'm coming too. My sins are taken away. So the slave master would say, yes, those people are singing about sins. Their sins are forgiven. It's not sin. What do you think they're planning to do? So if you get there, try to tell all my friends. I'm coming. Yeah?
How did they do that?
Now the thing is this. You know, sometimes hear what the slaves used to do. They used to be tired of working all day. So they used to mash up the factory machinery one day. So a fellow would probably look when somebody wasn't looking, and he would take a piece of iron and he would put it in the machinery, and in the machine, the cane factory had to shut down. And when the cane factory was shut down, they getting some days off. There used to be a song they used to sing. See if I can remember the song. Oh, yeah. If I had my way in this wicked world, I'd pull that building down. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, I'd pull this building down. Yeah. It was something with Samson. Samson, no. If I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, I'd tear this building down. Delilah, she talks of fear that for Samson. Yeah, there you go. They're singing about Samson, and the slave owners would say, that's a nice Samson song. So they would say, little Delilah, well, she talks so fear that for Samson revealed, if I shave my hair, well, if I shave my hair, just as clean as your hand, then my strength will become just like a natural man. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, I'd pull this building down. Did Samson pull a building down? So the slave master used to say, boy, that's a nice song. And they would sing again. Little old Delilah, well, she talks so fair that for Samson revealed, if I shave my hair, well, if I shave my hair just as clean as your hand, then my strength will become just like a natural man. Well, if I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, this wicked world, I'd pull this building down. Who could sing that one? If I had my way, let's go play for. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, this wicked world, I'd pull this building down. You got it, let me hear again. If I had my way, say for. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, this wicked world, I'd pull this building down. Little old Delilah, well, she talks so fair that for Samson revealed, if I shave my, you said it, if I shave my, well, if I shave my hair just as clean as my, then my strength will become just like a natural man. Had my way, if I had my way, Jesus died on the cross to set us free. And one day, Jesus is going to pull this wicked world of sin down. One day, Jesus is going to come and he's going to pull this wicked world of sin down, and he's going to bring a new Jerusalem on this earth. Oh, you know meantime? Hear this now. Have a building of sin in each one of us. Have something each one of us like to do. Have something I like to do. And something you like to do. And something each of us would like to do. And Jesus says, I want to pull that building down inside you. I want you to stop doing that. So there's a fella down by me, one of these days I'm going to bring him here. And I'm going to show you how the Lord could pull the building down. I have told you about him, and I'll tell you about him again. How the Lord has set him free. This fella used to smoke cocaine. This fella was lived by me. The jail is right over the road from me. He lived here, and he used to just go across the road. From 12 years old, when he went into an orphanage, after that, in and out of jail. But one time he went in jail, and he met Pastor Harris, and he met Richard Barker, and they started to tell him about Jesus, and they started to read the Bible for him, and he recognized that he will not be free from cocaine and drugs until he gave his heart to Jesus. One Sabbath I am coming to church, and when I came out of my house, I saw blood on the street. Another little bit not dropped. blood. And I said, what is this? And from my home, all down Boundary Street, coming across Man Street, blood on the road. And I said to myself, anybody who bled so much had to die. So I was wondering, who was that? I inquired, and they told me that it was a neighbor of mine who had been chopped by this same fellow who was on cocaine. Well, the Lord preserved the life of my neighbor. He didn't die. I don't know how. You should see the chop down in his neck. And my neighbor who was in and out of jail went in jail another time. But there he met the church Barker, Pastor Harris, and some others. Prison ministry team used to go and talk to them about Jesus and tell them John 8:36. And he decided to give his heart to Jesus. In jail, he gave his heart to Jesus. When he came back out of jail, he decided no cocaine, but he is living in a place where cocaine is all around him. But he said, I'm not going to touch that, no alcohol, no drugs again. And he used to come home by me. And my wife used to give him food, breakfast, lunch, and supper. And he would feel sick, headache, vomiting. You call that the withdrawal syndrome. I read that this morning. And he was sick. But even though he got sick, because he wasn't taking the drug, he said, I'm not going to take it again. Because if the Son has made me free, you want to see the guy? Would you like to see him? He was the baddest guy now. But now, if you see him now, because Jesus set him free. So now he tells people about Jesus. But the finish inside, but I have to set you free now. Everybody stand quietly. I want to see this back here.